The most secretive, dangerous jobs in the country. Pursuing fugitives for profit on the next edition of On the Money.
We hope you'll join us. I'm Brian Van Miller. For Tom Vakar and all of us at On the Money, may all your business ventures be successful ones. Goodbye.
Well, one of the terrible things about health insurance in our state is that some of the largest companies don't make their health insurance available to small firms. At Blue Cross, we're very interested in the small group market. We see it as a business opportunity and a social responsibility. We take all of the people in the small groups that we insure and pool their risks together. The result is that they get excellent health insurance, as good or better than anyone working for a large employer, at a price that's very affordable.
She's fine.
He's fine.
Love connection. I'm interested in her mind. Love connection. I'm inclined
To give myself a line with a love so very, very, very fine.
Weeknights at 7:30 on Channel 2.
Love connection.
Al Bundy as an exotic dancer?
There's another kind of green in my underwear now, Peg.
Married with Children, Sunday at 9 on Channel 2.
This is a show about power.
power.
This is a show about taking control.
This is a show about the rest of your life.
This is a show about power.
This is a show about being heard.
Who's got the power?
Curing AIDS. Saving the earth.
Getting along.
Finding a J-O-B.
Keeping the peace.
Making a choice.
This is a show about power.
The queen is hyped up. The queen is hyped up. The queen is hyped up.
Hey, now.
The queen is hyped up.
People been trying to get fierce on me. I think it's time I tell them about themselves. Yo, just give it to me surprise style.
Well, it's an election year. Once again, time to take it to the polls and decide who's gonna lose and gonna win. And realize the strength that you tote. It's time to put your money where your mouth is and vote. Word up, you know it's power to the people. So if you don't like the job someone's doing, don't give them a sequel. You gotta take them out of office if they blew it, and put somebody else up in there that'll do it. Back in the days when my grandmother was 22 like me, she couldn't do like me. She couldn't vote cause she was black, and plus she was a woman, so you know the deck was stacked. But now I'm back in 92 to let you know, I for one have not forgotten who opened up the door. Even if we are young, we still got a voice. Register and start to change. It's up to us to make the choice. Face the fire. Fear. Grace.
Rock the Vote is brought to you by Miller Reserve. Taste what barley does for beer.
Frederick Miller's finest beer, called for the finest grain. A search that often led far afield. It's an idea whose time has come again. Introducing Miller Reserve, an all-barley draft brewed in the classic tradition. Reserve and Reserve Light. Taste what barley does for beer.
I can't tell you how it feels when you're way out there on your own tracking the bad guys. How it feels leading a skilled team that's the eyes and ears of the whole outfit. When all your training is coming alive. But finding those tanks and telling the air cavalry right where to hit them, I can tell you exactly how that feels.
Spare me a second, Sam.
Remember, every time you breathe out,
and shipments aren't just slipping, they're slumping.
someone else may be breathing in. Try Breath Saver sugar-free mints with the core of confidence and share them.
Pizza! The great taste of pizza is in new Ritz Bits cheese pizza sandwiches. Now available for home delivery.
I know how we can go down in history.
Two brothers in life and in love.
I'm in love with Jesse Burns.
In friendship and in conflict.
You are in debt up to your damn neck. I'll be fine.
Vanity Fair calls A River Runs Through It a masterpiece.
Boys, what have you done?
Craig Sheffer, Brad Pitt.
Hang on!
river runs through it. A film by Robert Redford, rated PG. At select theaters Friday.
Sunday, Wanda's back. In Basic Instinct 2.
I'm gonna rock your world.
Hey, kill me! Kill me!
On an all-new In Living Color. And who's the newest nightclub sensation?
Let's see it, baby.
He's Al Bundy, exotic dancer.
There's another kind of green in my underwear now, Peg.
You've got to see it to believe it.
That's the tush that set Chicago afire.
And all new Married with Children, Sunday on Fox.
Election Day, Tuesday, November 3rd, is not just about presidential politics. In fact, there are thousands of candidates and referendums on state and local election ballots. This is Rock the Vote, a program where you're going to see many things. Tom Cruise, Spike Lee and Madonna, the music of U2 and REM, and a story of a 25-year-old candidate who takes on the political establishment in his hometown. This is a show about making up your mind. We're not going to tell you who to vote for, but we'll do our best to convince you to register and vote.
It's hard to have faith when you've been treated like you don't matter.
I don't trust politicians or people in power.
My voice, which is a loud voice, they don't hear it.
I think America is in trouble because people have lost faith in the government.
They need to listen to young people more.
I'm going to vote because I have views and I have opinions and I want something to be done.
This country obviously needs changes. And the only way that we as youth can make changes is to vote.
What do young people think about America? We didn't know, so we decided to find out. We spoke to 1,000 young people around the country. We had you tell us who you are, what you feel, what you hope, what you fear. The result, the MTV Rock the Vote National Youth Survey, the first of its kind. It's serious stuff. Like why 3/4 of you feel it's a tough time to be young. Why you don't trust politicians and 75% of you don't. And why 87% of you think it's time for a major change. This survey says young people have been ignored for too long. And it carries some real warnings for politicians on both sides. Because 83% of young Americans believe this election is crucial to our future. Politicians can argue all they want with each other. They can't argue with the facts.
This is an extreme time, and we're extreme people. I don't know if someone from the 70s or the 60s could handle the things that we go through.
I definitely feel that our generation has been ignored.
Give it away now.
It seems like anytime anyone of youth has an opinion, it's completely written off.
At this point, it makes no difference whether I vote or not. Okay, it makes no difference. I think I'm the eternal pessimist at this point in my life, and it's sad because I'm young.
Bob, listen to me. You want to win this election? Rock and roll and politics don't mix. Look, I know kids don't trust politicians. Who does? That's the whole idea. If kids trusted politicians, then they start voting. Then we'd have to start taking them seriously. This way, it's perfect. They buy the clothes, the sneakers, the jeans, the T-shirts. They go to the movies. They spend their money on boom boxes, tapes, CDs, perfumes, zit creams, condoms. They're a billion-dollar business. They spend the money, and we get the sales tax and move on. Keep our promises, Bobby, baby, they're not registered. We don't even have to make any promises.
We're here in Medford to talk to Steve Wilkens, who's running for city council. How exactly does a 25-year-old novice lawyer with no money, no political contacts, and no experience in public service decide to run for city council?
I'm looking for Steve Wilkens. Okay, thank you, sir. Have a good one.
Oh, Steve.
But the way we can get
Hi. Sorry, you're a bit early. I'm Cheryl Whelan. I'm Steve's campaign manager.
Yeah. Can we get like another?
And,
well, all right.
Yeah,
this is important. You're right.
Hi.
Go ahead, dude.
My name is Steve Wilkens. How you doing?
No.
This is my brain trust. You guys say hello. My loyal supporters. Do you want to do this here, Charlie? Do you want to do this here? I had some advantages, you know. My parents sent me to a great school. They beat on me to get good grades. I did all right. I got into law school, got a good job. I'm very concerned about the youth of today, about the condition of the country, you know, about the condition of my community. How is a teen mother going to go to school and going to work full time? And who's going to take care of the baby while she's working to make money to pay the person who's taking care of the baby? Hi, my name is Steve Wilkens. I'm running for city council. And I'm running for city council, man. Can I just take 1 minute of your time? Hi. So these are some of the issues that we're facing.
What district are you running?
The 5th district.
you're not in my district. So, the last issue you want to address? Well, that's the door-to-door. No, you don't want to hear it.
It really sounds like a salesman thing. It sounds like a pitch. It sounds like something that used car people do.
You're not being a salesman. You're saying, I'm taking the time to come here and give you the opportunity to check me out. Check me out, ask me anything, ask me how I treat my mother, do I kick the dog, look in my eyes.
You're excluding, you're not including. Yeah, but look. You got our votes because we know you. You got to let the other people know you. A leaf, a tree.
I just wish people could see me as other than a politician. I'm just passionate, you know? I'm running for city councilman on the 5th. Hi. Oh, hi. Is your mommy home? I believe that low-cost housing is possible within this community. There's low-cost housing everywhere.
How are we going to pay for it?
My name is Steve Wilkens. I'd like to discuss some issues with you. I'm running for city council.
Why the hell did you tell them to turn off my water?
Excuse me?
I called them 6 times and told them that my water was turned off.
Ma'am, I think you're misunderstood.
They didn't send anybody out here.
No, ma'am, I'm running for city.
I just want my water turned off.
Politics just isn't cool anymore. I'm just somebody who cares. Somebody who wants to make a difference. Somebody who believes in change.
Democracy! From the Latin word democratatis, or the best system that money could buy. Candidate, the person with the least interesting past. Spin doctor. Like a proctologist, he deals mainly in hindsight. The
#1 movie in America. The Last of the Mohicans. Siskel and Ebert give it 2 thumbs up. A fierce romantic epic, says Newsweek. USA Today says 4 stars, the year's top screen adventure.
Stay alive, no matter what occurs. I will find you.
The Last of the Mohicans, rated R. Now playing at theaters everywhere.
George Foreman and his sons George on the taste of new Doritos now with more natural cheese flavor. George Foreman the 5th. George the 4th.
Crunchy.
George the 3rd.
Cheesier.
George Jr.
It's a mucho macho nacho.
And the original George.
What? I was wrong.
Conclusive proof, 4 out of 5 George Foremans prefer the taste of new Doritos tortilla chips with more natural cheese flavor.
Who taught you kids how to eat like this?
You, Dad.
Scott Milrod has a great imagination.
Is there some spot here where we could go and make out?
What did you say? There was one spot here we couldn't take out.
Great Scott premieres Sunday on Fox.
You won't believe who auditioned for Johnny's job.
Man, was it hot in Burbank today?
How hot was it? On an all-new Ben Stiller show Sunday.
We've got a bit of an edge with the driver we have. We've got the best driver out there. Al and I stay in constant communication during the race. I have to be aware of what he wants or needs, you know, at all times. I think the small details are is what makes the difference between winning and running second.
Quality Valvoline motor oil is available at Napa stores in San Jose, Livermore, Belmont, Hayward, and Novato.
Children deserve quality daycare, and a new program called the Early Childhood Mentor Teacher Program gives professional daycare providers a chance for additional training. As a child care professional, learn how to train and supervise new teachers. You can also apply to become a mentor to a student teacher and receive additional pay by calling the Early Childhood Mentor Teacher Program at area code 510-653-5551. Investing in quality child care is in everyone's interest.
Other people play our role. We got to kick some butt at the polls. Let's vote!
Hello? No. I'm getting you. No, you were breaking up for a second. Okay, what? No, I'm telling you, Kirk Cameron is a very intense actor. No, this kid, he walks on the set, you got to call him by his character's name. I mean, he's like this raw, you know, thing that's happening. I look at him, and I think of a young John Stamos, okay? I mean, that's what we're talking about here. What? No, no, you're breaking up on me. I can't. All right, look, I'll call you back. All right. Guy's trying to tell me Kirk Cameron's wrong for Ninja Turtles 3.
Michael, I was asked to be in this Rock the Boat special. I want to do it.
Rock the Boat? What is it, a musical?
No, it's a TV special.
You know what? This is just hitting me now. I'm thinking you should record a record. I mean, you're a Presley. It's in your blood, right? It's happening.
I can't sing.
Hey, I got 2 words for you. Ice Cube, all right? Guy can't sing Mary Had a Little Lamb. He's a millionaire.
I want to urge people to vote.
Uh-huh. All right, go ahead and ruin your career if you want to, because, you know, that's what you got to do. You got to do that. But I'm telling you, people listen to you, Priscilla, and it's going to be a big responsibility. You'll sway the election.
I'm not telling people who to vote for. I just want them to know how important it is to vote.
People are voting. They're voting for the thin Elvis stamp, okay? I called 8 times. I mean, when something that's important I can relate to, then I'm going to take a stand.
I want to be a force for positive change in this country.
You should have been Catwoman.
What? I'm going to do Rock the Vote.
Okay, what are they going to pay you?
It's free.
Oh, great. All of a sudden you're Dionne Warwick. Now you're doing every charity that comes to town. I mean, what's going to be next? Save the, you know, lemon? I mean, come on.
This is important.
You know what's important? It's important to get paid, all right? Because all of a sudden you're going to find yourself in a room and it's going to be the Priscilla Presley benefit. And it's going to be, you know, Bette Midler, Whoopi Goldberg holding hands, standing in a circle, singing a song about you, okay? It's going to be We Are Who. We're Priscilla and she's broke.
I'm going to go tell people to vote.
Hey, you know what? Vote. Fine. Do it, all right? It's a great idea. I apologize. I'm just getting defensive because it's such a good idea and sometimes, you know, that overpowers me. And listen, they want you for Basic Instinct, too. You and Rick Schroeder.
Ricky Schroeder?
Rick. He has to be called Rick. He's a man now. It's in his contract.
I'd like to talk to those of you out there who have never voted in your entire young lives or your old lives. I know that you know that voting doesn't mean anything. I know that you know this and that you're convinced of this. That when you were a little tiny child and your mother made it clear to you that the family was a dictatorship and that she was in charge, you figured out the whole voting thing then and there. And now that you're older, you figure you still got no vote. Cops nail you for no reason, you got no vote. You get sent off to war, you got no vote. Some things you just can't change. But the world does not have to run that way. Maybe it's running the way it's running because you're not out there voting. Yeah, you. Sitting right there, scratching your head, wondering where all the cheese dip went. That's why this year, we all have to vote. Because if I don't vote and you don't vote, the people who do vote are going to get what they want. And baby, you know what that means.
Smash, smash, crack, push, whack. Tie another one to the racks, baby. Hey, hey, kids, rock and roll. Nobody tells you where to go, baby.
Running, 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 running.
What if I ride? What if you walk? What if you rock around the clock? Tick, tick, tock, tick, tick, tock. What if you did? What if you walked? What if you tried to get on, baby?
Parents and media and television to schools, friends.
Hey, hey, kids, where are you? Nobody leadership. Maybe you did, maybe you walked, maybe you rocked around the clock. Tick, tock, tick, tock. Maybe I ride, maybe you walk, maybe I try to get on, baby. Rock and roll, nobody tells you where to go, baby.
Our generation definitely needs a leader. We need someone to come forward and say, we care, I want you to care. I don't know if that person has come along.
My fear of public speaking began when I was in law school. I don't know, I had this professor who had the knack for knowing when I wasn't prepared, and he'd call on me. And once he called on me, and I stood up, and Charlie, I panicked. I opened my mouth, and all that came out was...
Wait, Stacey, I got an idea. Disposable heroes are hip-hop, rap, rap. Yes. What I'm thinking is that after the concert, or maybe during the before they go on or something, maybe you can go on stage and talk to the audience.
A concert?
Yeah.
Do we have to worry about?
I don't know.
I mean, what? Do we have to worry about their content?
I mean, is that something that we want to be?
Right, of course it can be after. Just an introduction because...
I'm a grassroots candidate.
Right, he's from the community.
Grassroots candidate. Tell him I'm a grassroots candidate.
Right, well, he's from the community, and he's a grassroots candidate.
This is really hard, Cheryl.
You're going to do fine.
How many people?
About 2,000 people.
Don't let other people play our role. We got to kick some butt at the polls. Don't let other people play our role. We got to kick some butt at the polls. Don't let other people play our role. We got to kick some butt at the polls. Don't let other people play our role. We got to kick some butt at the polls. Remember to get registered. Everybody get registered and vote. Peace.
All you guys, get out there.
I thought Steve was supposed to be able to go up on stage. He said he could go out and make the announcements to everybody. And now you guys are just tearing down.
No, yeah, but we got to go.
But on the phone conversation, you said that he'd have a chance to speak to everybody.
Well, we didn't say that he was going to be in front of the band or anything like that. Well, let's go and talk to Michael. You know, come on, we'll talk to Michael.
I was hoping that I would be introduced, you know, and that it would work out like that. I thought
Yeah, he wanted the opportunity to speak to the crowd out there. That was the whole idea, was so that he could get out and speak.
But we don't usually just come out and just put anybody on stage. You know, I mean, I need to get to know you and see what you're about.
Well, I'll tell you what, we got to split, but if you just want to go out there and just, talk to whoever's out there, that's okay. I don't really personally endorse candidates, but if you want to go out there, there's still people out there, just go ahead and do that thing.
There's still people out there. Still people out here. Just.
You want me to go over there?
Yeah, right now, before all the people leave, because they're still in the hallway there.
Hi, my name is Steve Wilkens.
Electoral College. That's right. One of the few colleges where only one person graduates. Mm-hmm. Versus the Electrical College, which is run by a guy named Vinny in New Jersey. Learn to put wire and cable in your own spare time. Campaign. A wonderful mix of slander and patriotism.
One word, vote. Capital V-O-T-E. Rock the vote, wrap the vote, pop the vote, eat the vote, mix it up with some mayonnaise, and suck it down like a huge tuna sub.
I think taxes are high, and the president sucks, and there's not enough jobs, and my underwear is tight.
Shut up! You don't vote, you've given up the right to complain, okay? Pull over to the side of the Apathy Turnpike and get out of the car. Vote hard, vote soft, vote up, vote down, vote in, vote out, vote life, vote death, just vote, okay? There are two kinds of people in this world, folks. Those who vote and those who sit at home on the couch cutting farts and watching Dick Van Dyke reruns, okay? 4 words, get off your ass. What kind of commitment are we talking about here, folks? All you gotta do if you want to vote in this country is fill out a form, go to a building, and pull down a lever. You know what you gotta do if you want to vote in Cuba? You gotta start a groundswell of civil unrest, engage in guerrilla warfare, take a few hostages, overthrow the standing government, stage a military coup. You gotta get guns and tanks and camouflage pants. You gotta print up posters and flyers and staple them to trees, and that's just the first couple of days. It's a nightmare. Folks, believe me, you vote every single day of your life. You call up and order a pizza. The guy says, what do you want on it? You say mushrooms, onions, and extra cheese. Bang! You voted. Democracy in action. Believe me, I know. Last night, I voted for pepperoni.
Castrol GTX is the only leading motor oil that meets the world's toughest requirements for viscosity breakdown in every grade. This is the only way to get that kind of performance from any other leading brand. Castrol GTX, engineered for today's smaller cars.
Not to toot our own horn, but Hershey's Symphony bars are our creamiest, smoothest milk chocolate. Also available with almonds and toffee chips. There'll never be another unfinished Hershey's Symphony. Sounds delicious, doesn't it? You love discovering new friends. Your child will too, with the Disney Watch Me Talk mirror. Baby talks. And it talks back, helping baby learn to speak.
Hey, that's me talking.
Talk about magic.
Are you talking to me?
The Disney Watch Me Talk mirror designed by Mattel, making friends you can believe in.
She's fine.
He's fine.
Love connection. I'm interested in her mind. Love connection. I'm inclined
To get myself alive with a love so very, very, very fine.
Weeknights at 7:30 on Channel 2.
Love connection.
Take a look at all the variety in a Togo's menu, and you'll see why people keep coming back. At Togo's, we serve over 30 hearty sandwiches, like our delicious lean turkey and roast beef, or Togo's classic Italian combo, the number 16. And our all-breast meat chunky chicken salad is outstanding. Hey, we take pride in serving quality. So if you want the best sandwiches and salads in town, come to Togo's. We're here when you're hungry.
Katie was just 6. She was the youngest of our children. She was a little tomboy. She was funny, spirited, just full of life. And when she died, we donated her organs so that another child might live.
To say thank you is so inadequate. Tommy is our only son. What a gift you have given us. Yesterday, Tommy did something we never thought possible. Yesterday, he turned 6.
Become an organ or tissue donor. Check the back of your license. Give someone the chance of a lifetime.
Murphy eulogizes a hated rival.
As appealing as a ball of phlegm.
On the next Murphy Brown.
Monday at 11:30 on Channel 2.
You see, the way I figure it, we don't work for them. They work for us. Oh, politicians, they're kind of like employees. They get paid to take care of business while we're out doing more important things. You know, like living. So the next time you switch on the news, think of it like you're checking out the workforce. You know, the boss doing the rounds. Quick piece of quality control. Making sure the productivity's up to scratch. And hey, you don't like the job they're doing? You hired them. You can fire them.
Taxes. They're as American as apple pie. Sales tax, income tax, cut. Sales tax. Income tax. You pay them, the government decides how to slice them up. So, you want to spend more on the environment, you want to focus on education, you want to invest in new jobs, you want to fund more AIDS research. If you don't vote, you're voting for the guys that win, and they get to spend your money the way they want to. So remember, it's your pie. How do you want it sliced?
Sorry I'm late. It's
It's all right, no problem. We're getting right to the city council.
Right in the front, yeah. All right, we're gonna have to forget about last night. I mean...
Oh, yeah, well, it's easy for you guys to forget about last night. I was the one that was out there.
All right, so let's please go on. Can we go on? Go on to the council meeting.
The issue is that they want to cut 25% of the education budget, and they're going to do it. You know why? Because there is nobody there to stop them.
You can't continue to be reactive. You've got to stay active. You've got to initiate.
You are up against one of the most vicious, throat-cutting politicians that this city has ever known. Potter will do whatever he has to do to stay alive and maintain his political career.
Nobody is asking you to do anything you don't want to do. We're just asking you to get out there, get the issues out there, and don't wait for permission. Who's going to give you permission? The people you're running against?
The chairman votes with the majority. Hereby approved, 4-2. The next item will be the budget hearing. The chairman hereby recognizes Councilman Potter.
Thank you, Mr. Chairman. The program.
That's him. That's Potter.
Take away some of the programs of which we are justly proud. It was put before the people, and the voters of this city made it clear. And we've got to be willing to make these hard choices. Thank you, Mr. Chairman.
Mr. Potter has spoken. Public debate on this issue will be rescheduled.
Man?
No. Hey, no,
Mr. Chairman?
Get up. Get up. Get up.
Mr. Chairman? Mr. Chairman, my name is Stephen Wilkens, and I'm running for City Council on the 5th District. I have a statement about the proposed budgetary cuts.
Regarding the budgetary cuts has been rescheduled.
Mr. Chairman, since we don't know when that rescheduling will take place, then the question still remains, Mr. Chairman, whether the young people of this city will be given the opportunity to have a say in their own fate.
This meeting has been adjourned. I am sorry, sir.
Mr. Chairman,
you are out of order. This meeting has been adjourned.
Maybe I am, Mr. Chairman. If the city is not able to educate its young people, then it is time for its leaders to admit that they cannot handle the job and to step down.
The young man who interrupted the proceedings is Steve Wilkens, who is running for city council.
Do I sound like that?
Hello? This is Cheryl. Tomorrow? Absolutely.
Hey, let's listen to some music.
Okay, which studio at... Hey, Channel 2. Channel 2 live, 9 a.m. tomorrow morning. Welcome to Viability, Mr. Wilkens! Yes!
I don't like the way I look on TV.
Power! What it is about! Unlimited power!
Some people say our generation's got no power.
Yeah, right.
Who inspired huge corporations to go green?
And made styrofoam uncool.
Which generation insisted on dolphin-friendly tuna?
And inspired a 4th TV network. We've got advertisers begging for our attention.
We've got sneaker companies running after us. We've got new ideas.
A new kind of language, a new kind of look.
We've created new music, new fashions, new attitudes.
You think we don't count? Count this.
Alpha 1, this is Alpha 2. Enemy squad in open. Moving north on foot.
Sergeant, here's the latest intelligence report.
I'll post it right away, Sergeant. Sir, enemy position is confirmed at top.
Step off.
Army Reserve, Montgomery GI Bill, skill training and more.
Dorothy, will you marry me? Where's my ring? A lifesaver? It's the beginning. Don't worry. We'll live with my mother.
Lifesavers candy. Isn't life delicious?
Nacho cheese!
Introducing a zesty nacho cheese taste you'll go loco for. New Ritz Bits nacho cheese sandwiches.
Here tops, I'm not in time.
Way back it goes and tell it 5-5.
And he's got one flap down. And he makes a barehanded catch. Very popular
The San Francisco Giants' last game of the 92 season. Sunday at 11, only on Channel 2.
Hermanos, gente, raza, people, barrios, hoods, guanacos, ticos, patos, cholos. You call us what you will. Raza, gente.
Women, Latinas, mothers, daughters.
Puertorriqueños, Californianos, New Yorkers, Tejanos.
Ugly one, pretty one, skinny one, fat one, tall one.
Americanos.
Citizens.
Americans. Americans.
Come
together and vote.
Everything in this country that has changed has been made as a result of certain movements, such as the civil rights movement or the women's movement. And that's important. That's rebellion. That might be thought of as rebellion, but that's affected positive change for this country, and that's the way that we want to go in. That's the direction that we want to go to.
Okay, so you're young and black. So that's 2 strikes right there. But just because you're young and black doesn't mean you got no power. In fact, in the early 60s, young blacks formed a coalition of black and white students that rocked the establishment and changed the Constitution. Back then, a great many blacks were prevented from voting. So the students started a movement called SNCC, the Student Nonviolent Coordinating Committee. They put their lives in line to challenge discriminatory laws. They faced police dogs, clubs, got knocked upside the head, tear gas, and bullets. Some of them went to jail, some of them died. The SNCC pressure eventually helped push the government to sign the Voting Rights Act of 1965. And now every African American can exercise the right to vote. So if you're young and black, you want to change the future, remember the past. SNCC wanted you to vote, now it's your turn.
This is a man's world.
We were called inferior because we were women. We weren't allowed to own property or sign contracts. We couldn't retain custody of our own children. Our husbands were allowed to legally beat us, and we were not allowed to vote.
150 years ago, a group of heroic women challenged the way things were. They confronted the male establishment and demanded change.
We fought for equal rights and equal pay.
They were harassed and brutalized.
We marched to improve working conditions and abolish slavery.
They were arrested and imprisoned. This is a man.
We were called suffragettes, and in 1919, we won the vote for women.
A woman or a girl. Now every woman in America has the right to vote. But even today, women are still fighting for equal pay, women are still fighting abuse, and there are still only 2 women senators in Washington.
Our movement began by giving women the vote.
It can only succeed when all of us use it.
25 years ago, a generation started a revolution. They marched on Washington, blocked conventions, got arrested, grew their hair out and got naked, riding the crest of a long and beautiful wave. And along the way, they changed history. They helped stop a war that claimed 53,000 American lives. And in 1971, they changed the law, bringing down the voting age to 18. They said, if you're old enough to die for your country, you're old enough to vote. But then they started something else. They started getting old. Now there are new wars and new battlegrounds. The environment, the cities, the schools, the homeless, and a virus that has already killed 3 times as many Americans as died in Vietnam. Protest comes in many ways. And today there are 25 million Americans between the ages of 18 and 24 with the constitutional right to speak out as a generation. You are the law. Rock the vote and change history again.
People should vote because it's their right. And it's what many men and women have died for. And for somebody to put their life on the line for something, you should show that person respect.
Congress,
Part of our wonderful system of checks and balances, now a system of bad checks and overdrawn balances. White House. Exactly what it says.
Good morning. This is AM Live, and I'm Diane Hudson. This morning we have Steve Wilkens, who is running for city council. Steve is 25 years old with no political experience.
Good morning.
Good morning. What makes you uniquely qualified for this position?
I feel I'm qualified because I'm from the community. I understand the issues that need to be addressed as far as the younger voter issues. The issues of jobs, the issues of school, the AIDS issue, the teen pregnancy issue. These are issues that need to be addressed, and they've been ignored too long. This is the first generation that actually expects to do worse than their parents.
Don't say, People don't have a lot of confidence in someone that says, Okay, does anybody have a rubber band?
I have a plan to start a nonprofit organization, large businesses involved in an entrepreneurship where they can accompany, so to speak, mentor.
This is it. This is perfect. Look how real that is. That is so great. Just walk and talk and just be natural.
A program that creates jobs in the community so that the money stays within the community. You know, creating capital the American way. And I think that if we... Hey, Jerry, how's it going, buddy?
Hey, Block.
How you doing?
Can we go back to what you were saying about putting money into the what?
But the business community wants to know what you're going to do for the business. They don't care about schools or whatever. Housing, liquor license. They're terrified that they're going to be tightening up on the liquor license. Possible we could raise some money? Well,
look at this.
Fresh ideas from a fresh-faced beginner.
Steve Wilkens, unorthodox campaign for city council.
Great. Look at this.
You guys, look, check this out. Brand new article in the Post.
This is great today?
It's great,
Wilkens
yes.
is just nonprofit.
Hey, maybe we'll need a clipping service now.
You know,
I think this is Steve Wilkens. Steve Wilkens?
Yeah.
Hi, how are you? My name's Jack.
Jack,
I saw your interview on Channel 2. I want to say you have my support.
Thank you very much.
And that of my wife. This is Jay Lee.
Hi.
Jay Lee. Hey, thank you. Thank you very much.
Hi.
Thank you.
How you doing, guys?
How you
Remember
doing?
me?
Yeah,
No?
yeah.
No?
You know, it's incredible, Charlie. The media, you know, man. I mean, it was incredible. I couldn't even get them to talk to me before, and all of a sudden I'm a street hero. You know, I'm Mr. Smith goes to Medford. It's a trip.
Sunburst by Sun Chips. Sun Chips multigrain snacks. A little sun never tasted so good.
The race is on to make batteries that last longer. And today's Duracell batteries can even outrun the ones we made just a few years ago. Today's Duracell. You can't top the copper top.
In Frederick Miller's day, the brewery made a special beer and held it in reserve for special occasions. It's an idea whose time has come again. Introducing Miller Reserve, an all-barley draft brewed in the classic tradition. Reserve and Reserve Light. Taste what barley does for beer.
Skip and Harry have been arrested for robbing a bank.
That's right, we bad, huh?
There's only one thing worse than being accused of bank robbery, and that's sharing a cell with a man accused of murder. Gene Wilder and Richard Pryor doing the time of their lives.
I'm crazy. For an interim gig, this really wasn't bad. What enough?
They're stir crazy. Monday at 8 here on Channel 2.
Hey kids, it's back to school, and this time we want you to take your parents along too. KTVU's Family to Family is having a contest for all the 4th grade classes in the Bay Area. And check this out, the 100 classes who get the most parents to attend their back-to-school night win a free fun-filled day at Marine World Africa, USA, where you can see the awesome new shark experience. So check with your 4th grade teacher to find out if your class is eligible. Remember, school is cool, so take your parents along.
Back to School Night brought to you by KTVU's Family to Family.
This is our case, and they're trying to figure out if somehow gang extortion, gang retaliation.
robbery was almost an afterthought because as they got out of the car, they told her to get back in, and they grabbed the kid.
Caroline 921 to 2000. You're meeting Rita at the scene for a live shot. Dave still has the tapes, and Sid will...
It wasn't until this afternoon a positive identification was made. That's
the Bay Area's news source, the original 10 o'clock news, the #1 primetime newscast in the country.
What are you looking at? Do I look like someone who's never voted before? I voted before.
Yeah.
I did. All right. I never voted, okay. I registered to vote, though. That's the important thing.
Right.
Yeah.
Tell us about it.
Okay. I never registered, okay? But I thought about it.
Oh, yeah, right.
I mean, they don't exactly make it easy. I mean, first you have to call up the Board of Elections and find out how to vote, right? And you know what that means? It means they're going to put you on hold and you're going to have to listen to Kenny G for a half an hour.
Oh, we hate that.
You're making my hair too poofy. And then insult to injury, you got to give them your real age.
No.
Oh, no.
In my case, that's 21.
Oh, yeah, right.
Okay, then you got to educate yourself about the issues. I mean, you got to find out about the candidates, right? You got to read about their plans. You got to read about their backgrounds. Read about their wives and their wives' cookies. I mean, you know, really interesting stuff. I mean, as far as I'm concerned, you can never know too much about these guys, right? Get out of my eye line. I mean, voting for a president is like hiring help. I want references. You know what I'm saying? Did anybody get Cosmo? Now you got to stop watching MTV and start watching C-SPAN all the time, which lately has not been that difficult of a switch to make. Next, you're going to have to start planning for this all-important day, okay? What do you have to do?
I don't know. What?
Well, you have to find out where to vote, right? It's probably going to be in a local school, a church, Masonic Temple, Elks Lodge, Motel 6. I mean, who goes to these places?
I met you at Motel 6.
You did not meet me at Motel 6. Dream on. Then you got to start making sacrifices. You got to give things up. I mean, you got to cancel your facial. You got to cancel your manicure, your pedicure deluxe combo, your bikini wax. I mean, thanks for sharing. We're talking about major sacrifices here. You got to be brave, right? Are we ready? Can we be brave? Because chances are you're going to find yourself at the end of a very long line once you get there. Now, if you do, now, I have never done this myself, but if you do, I suggest you push, scratch, claw, and kick your way to the front, okay? Okay, so finally you're in there. You make your choice, you vote, and it's over. I mean, all that sweating and pushing and pulling and clawing and suffering, bam, it's done. Kind of like sex with my boyfriend. I mean, what do I get out of it? I'll tell you what I get out of it. A good night's sleep. Because if I have to listen to him complain one more night about how I'm not a responsible citizen of this country and how my vote can make a difference, how if everyone had the same lousy attitude I have, where would we be? I swear I'm going to blow chunks. My hormones are getting all worked up. Now, you're probably thinking it's not a very good... Don't interrupt me, okay? This is the climax of the whole thing. Now, you're probably thinking that's not a very good reason. It's not a very good reason to vote, Donna. So sue me. Everybody else does. Are you guys finished?
Done.
Finished.
I'm going to vote. I need something to wear, darling.
What about that?
Please, share votes and stuff like that.
You nervous, Steve?
A little bit.
Were you able to eat this morning?
I can always eat, Charlie. Do I look like I ever missed breakfast?
Hi. Okay, here's your ballot.
Yes, sir.
Hi, gotta take a vote booth, and when you're through, come back to her.
Steve Wilkens.
Oh, Mr. Wilkens. Hi.
Good afternoon.
Hi, here's your ballot. Take your time. Oh, excuse me, what are you doing with the camera?
Oh, nothing. It's off. I'm just hanging it in because it's a very expensive camera.
You sure it's off?
Yeah, positive.
Okay.
All right. Thank you.
Excuse me, no talk.
In the United States of America, We practice secret balloting.
You did things that are going to count for years to come, and you haven't even started serving yet.
Right.
I'm real proud.
In the all-important insurance initiative, I imagine it'll be several hours before we have enough votes to know exactly what's going on there.
But apparently in the Board of Education race, Alan Pohl seems to have won easily in District 3. As early as it is, there seems to be no chance for Caprio.
Paul, this just in. Apparently there's been an accident on the interstate near Hyperion Junction. We'll have a live report.
Yeah, got some air.
It's a long day.
This one is...
It can't be too much longer.
Okay, we should know soon.
How's the weather?
Real soon.
Oh, it's nice outside.
Hang in. Good.
We've just gotten the results in on the Potter-Wilkens City Council race for 5th District. It now appears certain that Howard Potter will retain his seat in the City Council, narrowly defeating newcomer Steve Wilkens. And Paul, when I say narrow, the margin here doesn't appear to be more than 200 votes. Voter turnout seems to be much lower than expected. Frankly, Paul, this youth vote we've heard so much about just didn't materialize.
Well, it just goes to show you, Diane, that polls can be misleading. How about that insurance?
All right, this is the first. Come on.
Careful.
Well, every one of us in here.
Yeah, I admit it. I was pretty upset. But you know, I woke up the next morning and I went outside and I started thinking about what we were trying to do, about the way things are in the city and how they could be. And I thought about all the people who got out there, man, and rang doorbells and stuffed envelopes and actually worked for something they believed in, and all the people that we reached. I mean, you know, 200 votes, Charlie, that's nothing. We can register 200 more people. We almost won. We proved that young people can shake things up. We proved that young people will make themselves heard. I mean, next time, man, we will definitely be ready. Next time, man.
Rock the Vote is brought to you by Carefree Sugarless Bubblegum. Let the juicy bursting flavor set you free.
What happens when you pack this much juicy, bursting flavor in Carefree Sugarless Bubblegum? It sets you free.
You know, the opera's like a noose. I want to get a little loose. You know, Carefree's got the juice to shake my big caboose.
The juicy, bursting flavor of Carefree. Let it set you free.
Get down!
When your engine is working hardest and needs protection most, Castrol GTX is the only leading motor oil that meets the world's toughest requirements for viscosity breakdown in every grade. Fact is, the only way you can get that kind of performance from any other leading brand of oil is like this. Castrol GTX, engineered for today's smaller cars.
Try Castrol Super Clean for tough, greasy jobs. If it won't come clean with Super Clean, it won't come clean.
Boy, I really did it last night. Got drunk, acted stupid, went home with... Who is that? What, am I stupid? How did I do this? Barry began to worry, really worry. What about AIDS? Then he remembered, hey, I'm just a cartoon. I don't even have to shower. Get high, get stupid, get AIDS.
Richard Dreyfuss and Bette Midler were just your typical Beverly Hills family.
We're taking him to a dog psychiatrist.
Then, one day, Nick Nolte
Hey!
dropped into their lives.
Call 911!
Now, see what happens when a dirty bum meets the filthy rich.
He's gonna give that dog fleas.
I ate garbage last night, Barbara, and I loved it.
Down and Out in Beverly Hills.
Tuesday at 8 on Channel 2.
This year, more than 40,000 Americans are expected to become infected with HIV. Fortunately, many people have found a way to respond.
I got a friend that's got AIDS.
What? They're shooting up? You think that's the only way people get AIDS?
Educating themselves,
Someone is infected with HIV without a blood test.
their employees,
On this AIDS thing. The issue here is education.
their congregations and friends,
Enlightening sermon. I'm glad you came.
We need to talk to our dog.
their community,
says that AIDS is growing faster in small towns.
especially their families.
You and Nelson, you think
You're invincible. No one is. Education does make a difference.
My name is Eileen, and last year I found out that I have HIV.
If we're going to prevent the spread of HIV, each and every one of us must do our part. Find out how you can help prevent HIV.
You're not alone.
You're stronger than you think.
You've got a voice that should be heard.
You've got a chance to make a change. You've got the power.
You've got the time.
You've got the reasons.
Make a choice.
Make a difference. Rock the vote.
Okay, so you made up your mind you want to rock the vote. Now you got to make sure that you're registered. You don't have much time either. Most voter registration deadlines are the first week in October. If you don't know how to register, don't worry about it. It's not that hard. Here's who to contact.
Vote! You know what I'm saying? It's all that thing. Okay, special interest. I know, we here at the Save the Shrimp Foundation. I can't believe it. It's just coming at me now. Prospero, come on now. I didn't never said that I didn't believe it. You people, or your people. Oh, I love you. I freed you. No. Vote! That's why I'm here being pelted with spheres.
Vote. Yo, yo. Go in the booth and do it. Just pull the cord and choose it. You got.
How does an ordinary 15-year-old kid like Scott Milrod become the supreme ruler of his very own harem? You'll find out on the series premiere of Great Scott, tomorrow at 7, 6 Central. Then, what new comedy has critics raving from coast to coast? The New York Post declares the Ben Stiller Show is monstrously funny, while the LA Times calls it hilarious. Great Scott and Ben Stiller. Kick off your night with a full hour of laughs, Sunday on Fox.
When spills are at their worst, Bounty's at its best. It's the quicker, thicker picker-upper. Bounty is quicker and thicker than any other national two-ply paper towel. When spills are at their worst, Bounty's at its best.
A political cartoonist draws a bead on Murphy.
The hair, the mouth, that real big head. That could be you. That is you.
And her reaction is animated.
If I wanted this kind of ridicule and abuse, I'm going to run for vice president.
Will she deliver a lesson in the art of revenge?
I can see why you're mad. You do everything big but your chest.
On the next Murphy Brown.
Monday at 6:30 on Channel 2.
Sunday, Herman's searching for a qualified assistant.
I don't know how to type, and I've never used a computer before.
You're hired.
Herman's Head, Sunday at 9:30 on Channel 2.
And now, two teenagers search for freedom and independence as members of a rock and roll band. Michael J. Fox and Joan Jett star in Light of Day, our Saturday night at the movies here on Channel 2.